Good morning everybody, and once again welcome back to the video. In this video I'm going to be talking about efficient data ingestion with Glue Concurrency using single template for multiple S3 tables into a transactional Hudi data lake. So without wasting any time, let me basically show you the problem statement and then how we can solve this. Okay, all right. So managing data lakes with multiple tables can be challenging, especially when it comes to writing ETL or glue jobs for each table. By creating a single job that can be used for multiple tables, you can save time and reduce the amount of infrastructure code needed to manage your data lakes. Now, assume you have hundreds or 200 tables in your basically data lake, right? In your raw zone. Now, writing Glue ETL job for each one of them, converting them into a transactional data lake, imagine the amount of time it would take is the first part. B, managing these scripts will also be a big challenge. And then the third part, C, now you gotta write the infrastructure code for all these scripts. So it is not the best approach, right? So what we can do is basically we can write a common template and we can basically use a feature in Glue called Glue Concurrency. We can fire the same glue jobs with different parameters, and I'll show you that in action. Okay, now let me just go over one more slide and then a small lab. So what are the benefits? Reduces the amount of infrastructure code needed to manage the data lake, saves time by allowing you to reuse the job code for multiple tables, reduces the risk of error and inconsistencies that can occur when manually creating separate jobs for each table, makes it easier to scale your data lake by adding new tables without having to create new ETL jobs from scratch, allowing for custom configuration settings for each table using parameters, simplifies the ETL process by automating repetitive tasks and reducing the manual effort, providing more streamlined and efficient way of managing large number of tables in a data lake, enables the creation of Hudi transactional data lake, providing more robust and scalable data management capabilities. So hopefully this made sense, right? You have so many tables. Are you going to write like jobs for each table? I don't think so, right? So let's see the templatize approach in this video. Now, as I keep saying, always the best way to learn is to try these labs out. I'll be providing all the materials for you so you can actually try this out with me. So the first thing that we need to do is you'll be given a Python file called datagen.py. All it does is basically it creates multiple S3 tables so we can play with. So I'm gonna run this quickly and hopefully that works. And now I'm gonna stop that. So here you can see it basically made two folders called customers and order. Inside customer you have some JSON file. Inside orders you have some JSON file. So again, you can have up to 100, 200 tables, etc., right? So in each folder you have data, right? Now let's see how we can use the same glue job for creating transactional data lake for each of these tables, right? So the next step would be, I'll show you the glue job. It's pretty straightforward. So we are gonna create a transactional data lake, right? So observe here, what I have done is basically I have parameterized all the variables here, right? So for example, I have to read from the S3, right? So if you observe the connection, there is an argument called source S3 path. And then here I'm essentially writing into the transactional data lake. Here is the target S3 path. So again, it's a placeholder here. And again, the glue database and the glue table name, again, these are also parameterized, right? So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna copy this code. Now we're gonna head over to Glue console. So I'll be basically going to ETL jobs. And again, I'm gonna paste this code over here. Then on the job details, scroll down. Where you see the concurrency, you can change this number to 10, 20, 30, whatever you want. I'm gonna choose that number 4 over here. Now, basically we are using a same common template. This template reads from the S3 and essentially writes into the transactional data lake with some common settings that we're gonna provide. So now let's basically fire the jobs and see this in action. I have a Python file called run.py. This Python file could be easily converted into a Lambda function or a step function. So here you can see I have an array and here are the list of tables that I want to basically create transactional data lake. So the job name as customers. This is the source. So you can see inside the customer folder, the database name is going to be HudiDB. The table name is going to be customers, and this is the target path. Similarly, I have a table called orders, which is inside the order folder. That's the raw path. the table name is gonna be orders, and this is the target path. So now what you're gonna see is I'm gonna run this Python file. And here you can see I have 2 job IDs, which means 2 parallel executions have been fired. If you observe my screen, running and running, right? Two jobs have started in parallel, right? So here you can see this is job 1, this is job 2. Again, I don't have any folders on S3 for called as Hudi. So let me pause the video, let the job complete, and then essentially I'll show you that we essentially use the same Glue job for creating transactional data lake for multiple tables. This way, you're reducing amount of code written, and you're essentially saving a lot of time as well here, right? So coming back here, again, it is, oh, is it complete? That was pretty fast. I think it is still running. Yeah, both of them are in the running state, as you can see. So let me wait and let me resume the video once this is complete. Again, they both are in the running state, and I'm gonna resume the video once the job is complete. The job has been completed, both the job has been succeeded. Now I'm gonna go to the S3, I'm gonna refresh, and here you can see a Hudi folder, customer and orders, and here you can see my transactional data lake has been created. If I go to my Glue database, I can see the tables here, the customer and the order. RO stands for read optimize, RT stands for real time. I'm using a more table. So using this approach, you can see tomorrow if I have a new table, I can simply add that in the array, and essentially I don't have to write a Glue job for that. So for example, I just want to show you, tomorrow I have 4, 5, 6 table. I'm simply gonna copy this and keep adding it here, and then my lambda or whatever the step function is gonna fire all these jobs in a concurrent, right? This way I'm not writing more and more ETL jobs. I'm writing one ETL jobs, logging, error handling, everything is taken care, and essentially I'm templatizing and essentially firing the same template and building transactional data lake. Thank you so much for watching this video. The entire source code and all the materials could be found on my GitHub section. So please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you think I have done a great job. Thank you. And if you have any other questions, please list your question in the comment box. With that being said, keep smiling, keep programming, keep learning. I'll see you in the next video.